¿Qué es esto, Senor Naranja? You want me to review yet another beloved childhood classic? Well, okay.
Hey, Diamanda told me to go bug somebody else, so I'm here.
I can see that.
What you watching?
Oh, Jetsons Meet The Flintstones.
Okay, want to do a crossover?
Alright. We open with them going through their morning routines, which are neither interesting or relevant.
Elroy, you ordered ice cream for breakfast?
Bucky, why are you dancing in the toilet?
You've never heard of flush dance?
I gotta meet Mr. Orbit. He's helping me with my science project, a time machine.
Elroy just casually invented a time machine.
The hell?
Has Fred said anything about where they're taking us on our vacation?
Not yet. This is what I'm aiming for, Betty.
Oh boy, Honolulu Rock.
Honolulu Rock? They're not even trying with the rock puns anymore.
No, they're not. The part with the Flintstones is better than the part with the Jetsons so far. The Flintstones always had pretty strong dialogue for a Hanna-Barbera cartoon, while the Jetsons, especially here, tend to come off as a little bit stiff. It's like when Doctor Who tries to be funny. I'm assuming, of course. I mean, I actually have a sex life, so, no Whovy and I.
And do you know where this comes from?
No, but it's the stringiest piece of meat I've ever eaten.
I don't want to eat a guitar! Oh, you know I had to.
Back in the Jetsons timeline, we're introduced to a subplot that will never really come to anything about corporate espionage. Cogswell Coggs has been stealing all of Spacely Sprocket's government contracts, and he suspects that George is the leak.
Why does he suspect George exactly?
Who else works there?
What can we do, boss?
Not we, you, Jetson. You want to clear your name, then find out how Cogswell's getting his information.
Yes, let's employ our number one suspect as head of the investigation. Our logic is flawless.
I wonder if this new character is a culprit. I mean, the established ones just have such airtight alibis.
Meanwhile, in the past, they've had to invent a Cogswell counterpart for Mr. Slate because writing teachers always stress the importance of parallelism, while Fred and Barney conspire to ditch working the night shift to play poker. Meanwhile, George disguises himself as Cogswell's dog and hilarity ensues.
And Mr. Cogswell is going to put me in charge of all computers. And it's all because of the secret information my Sweetkins has told me. And you'll see, I'll make sure you're never sorry, Rudy, my dear.
Rudy? My dear? My best friend Rudy is the leak?
He's 3 feet away! How does she not see or hear him?
Mr. Slate shows up at the poker game, requiring the boys to dress up as the rich Texan and a drag queen. Now, if only we could stop cutting back to George throughout it, we might actually enjoy the poker game.
Here, we get the first example of characters blatantly cheating in front of other people, but no one says anything. I guess in the Stone Age they hadn't invented rules yet. Either way, they get caught and fired, and we shift to Elroy finally having built his time machine, which has a flying car affixed to the top for no discernible purpose. We know it works because Barbara Eden from I Dream of Jeannie is in Elroy's closet, but it only has one lever marked past and future, which makes it rather hard to set your destination, I should imagine. Also, when they finally travel to the past, the machine travels with them, even though the first time we saw it, it remained in one spot. How did Elroy know it would come with them? He may have inadvertently stranded them in the Terminator or something.
The Jetsons land where the Flintstones are camping, and surely enough, the Jetsons meet the Flintstones.
Maybe we've gone so far into the future, the time has started all over again.
Or maybe the lever got bumped into the wrong spot when you invited your dog to come along. Also, if this was going to be an issue, shouldn't you have put in, like, a steering wheel or something?
Hey, Dad, you can use the magnetized anti-gravity boots.
Yes, use these magnet shoes that we just conveniently brought with us. Hard to believe we just carry all this stuff around, huh?
So this is an automobile. I read all about them in ancient history.
They sure know how to save fuel in the old days.
You know, I've always wondered, trying to run while sitting down kind of looks pretty hard. The Jetsons try to settle in with the Flintstones, but things don't go exactly as planned.
Yuck.
We're trying to make these people feel at home.
Oh, you are, Fred. I just wish there was somewhere to repay you.
Oh, we'll think of something.
Hey, where have I heard this song before?
Rock, rock, going on a rockin' spree. Rock, rock, rock around the galaxy. Rock, rock, having fun just you and me. Rock, 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 rock.
When did this come out? 1987? So, a year before Rockin' with Judy Jetson even airs, the theme song appears in another movie? Okay, how does that happen?
What's that, granola bar? Kill him now?
Oh, dear.
Good idea!
And the winner of the sack race is Turk Tarpin. You picked up where you left off last year, Slate.
Is that Biff?
What are you looking at, butthead?
Judy Jetson, sweet 16. Once she makes the bedrock scene, she will become the village queen. She'll do the bedrock rock.
She'll do the bedrock rock.
This song has no business being here, and we don't even care.
Except for this part. Why is that here?
George sets about blatantly cheating to Mr. Slate win the contest, right in front of Tar Pit, by the way, only to somehow get Fred and Barney fired again.
Ho-hum, the janitor at George's house whips out Elroy's special machine to recall the time machine. How did he know he would need that? And Mr. Spacely ends up naked somehow. The Flintstones end up in the future, and second verse, same as the first.
Oh no, the wrong family went back to the future.
After a bunch of stuff happens, the Flintstones become corporate spokesmen, and the Jetsons use their gadgets from the future to somehow become the richest people in the world. And then it all goes to hell.
The Digging Dinosaurs Union is on strike. Nothing you can't handle, old buddy. Old partner. Squawk, squawk. Squawk, squawk. Squawk, squawk. If someone would invent the bell, you wouldn't hear a squawk out of me.
Okay, I think the puns are running out of steam.
Ladies and gentlemen, I can't thank my good friend Spacely enough for inviting me here today. Cogswell Cogs has existed as long as time itself. And what better way to present this than through our dynamic spokesman, the Cogswell Caveman, Barney Rubble, the official spokesman for Cogswell Cogs.
I'm getting over to the Cogswell plant right now. No, it's not fair.
Okay, here's what I don't get. I get that Cogswell would want to unveil the idea that he stole from Spacely first, but why is he using Barney? I mean, isn't Fred the one that the movie just described as the most famous person in the universe? I'm confused.
Rosie emotionally blackmails Rudy into helping them fix the time machine.
I guess an old friend like Mr. J doesn't mean as much as your new girlfriend.
Wait, Rosie. I'll help. We'll get Mr. J back.
And that's the moral of the story, kids. Bros before hoes.
They fix the machine, and Rosie somehow ends up in the Middle Ages. Wonder where the lever setting for that was. Maybe it's what they had listed as present.
Rosie makes it back to the Stone Age and somehow merges the time machine with the Flintstones' car, which fails to cause a massive explosion from the, I don't know, atoms or something sciencey. Judy has a tearful farewell with her latest rock star boyfriend, and wow, we're 9 minutes away from the end. I wonder whatever became of that whole corporate espionage thing.
Rock! It's Centro! Cogswell's canine contraption. He's taking pictures of the whole thing.
The one thing happens with the other thing, and Cogswell's robot dog gets destroyed by Dino and Astro.
The time machine's busted, but the Flintstones car somehow magically has the ability to travel back by itself. How'd that happen?
It's simple, Mom. They must have absorbed some of the time machine quadro potion.
It's simpler than that, Elroy. That old car just wants to go home as much as they do.
Oh, boy! Bedrock, we're on our way.
I can't wait to get home.
So long, George. Bye.
And it's over. What do you want from us?
This film is random.
I just don't get it. I mean, how did we get here? As a society, I mean. Who was it who decided from on high that all children are going to be stupid and just swallow whatever the TV throws at them because the adults need to make money? It just doesn't add up. Someone explain to me, please! Please!
I'm leaving.
Wait! Where are you going?
That isn't an exit.
I was going to make espresso.
It's time for Mikey's Fun Time Show.